Bezrat Hashem, the Kavod Shabbos Kodesh is turning to the pages. Baruch Hashem. So really big deal, because there's 27 days until Hanukkah. There's 4 until Shabbos, 4 until Shabbos, and 3 until Kislev. So we're Rosh Chodesh Kislev. 2, something like that. So Baruch Hashem, there's a lot going on, and let's fire it up. B'Shem Kol Yisrael, Kavod Shabbos. Let's feel B'Shem Kol Yisrael for Pesach. Reuben ben Yosef Sar Baruch Bas Yehudi Zona Bas Bas Asher Bas Bas Asana Reuben ben Mani and every neshama on Klal Yisrael. Grant us holy wisdom and intelligence, and let us always see all the things in light of the holy wisdom they contain, and so attach ourselves to you through everything in the world. Let us understand the constant messages and signals you send us to come closer to you. Bezrat Hashem. Share those eyes. Chaber Halacha L'Maisa. The 15th day of Shvat is the new year for trees. We do not recite Tachanun on that day. It is customary on that day to partake of many types of fruits. Wow. So, Baruch Hashem. It says here in the footnote, this date marks the new year for determining the age of fruit of the tree with regard to certain agricultural halachos, such as teething. Bezrat Hashem, we have to see the first daf of Rosh Hashanah to learn further in the source. All right. Chapter 1, Mishna 10. Chapter 1, Mishna 10 in Pirkei Avot. The ethics of our fathers, Baruch Hashem, through the lens of the breast of Pirkei Avot, and many other commentaries and insights. So let's go right into it. Shemaya the Avtalion Kiblu received the tradition from them. Shemaya said, Chaver, let's open up our hearts and let's really, really, really try to internalize this. Love work, hate wielding authority, and do not become overly familiar with the government. So right off the bat, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on, right? So Rav Nachman says that the great value of living from the fruits of one's own labor and efforts and toil enables a person to recognize God's glory in ways that transcend even the perception of the angels, says Rabbi Nachman in Sefer Hamidot. And even on top of that, loving work means great is the value of labor, which bestows blessing upon man, whereas idleness leads to depression. This is in Ketuvos, Masechet Ketuvos. There's a lot of themes going on here. The difference between effort, saying little, doing a lot, and saying a lot and doing a little. Gaiva versus anava, and really just being a kli, being a kinor to the Ribbona Shalom. And what's very interesting, and Rav Nachman Mendel of Kutsk says the following. He says, if one should hate wielding authority, who will render halachic decisions? Rav Menachem Mendel replied to this question, one should love the work that goes along with the rabbinical position, teaching Torah and answering questions in halacha. Right, so it's an amazing thing, like this is intertwined into work, right? And also hating wielding authority, right? Gaiva, wanting that recognition, wanting that honor, right? But it doesn't mean be nothing. It doesn't mean just being in a hut all day and not showing yourself to the world. But what are our intentions? We have to ask ourselves, what are our intentions? Why are we doing X? How is it enabling Y? And we'll see like this, just one more story before we conclude. So what are our intentions? We have to ask ourselves that question, right? Because being in Rav Menachem Mendel of Kutz would ask the question as it's relating to being a rabbi or rebbitzin, right? And having that authority, that assumed authority. But what are the intentions? How amazing is it to answer questions? How amazing is it to give that warmth to Yidden, like we spoke about yesterday with the Kachos Mangid? Anyways, there's no justification for Gaiva. This is in the Hasidic Master's book. So the Rebbe Rafael of Bershit said, I probably pronounced that wrong. He said like this: when I stand before the heavenly tribunal, I will be able to defend all my sins except for Gaiva. Rafael, did you study Torah properly? They will ask me. No. I will say, my mind was dull and I did not understand Torah well. Did you daven properly? No. I never had the proper kavanah, answers Rafael. Did you give adequate tzedakah? No. I was poor and didn't have money to give tzedakah. You were an Am Haaretz. You didn't daven with kavanah. You weren't rich. So on what grounds were you Baal Gaiva? I will have no defense for having been a Baal Gaiva. B'ezrat Hashem, Chavra, we should conduct ourselves with the mentality of really just being part and not being whole. It's a hard thing. Sometimes we want to feel existence. Sometimes we want to feel like we're a whole pie and not just a crumb or not just a piece. And the crumbs and pieces are also geschmack. But to bring everyone together, to connect everyone, to understand that we're one neshama and we're just one little organ in the body. And our job is to just do our part, do your job, but also enable others to want to do, embrace, and love their job as well. B'ezrat Hashem, we should be emanating with that warmth, emanating with that love, emanating with that inclusivity. And Chavra, we should always have the right intentions, really to just give nachas ruach to Ribbona Shalom and bring Am Yisrael together through love. And let's fire it up. The Kavod Shabbos Kodesh.